The bench by the river. Clara first saw him on a gray November morning. He was sitting alone on the old wooden bench by the river, sketching something in a little notebook. She passed him on her way to the bookstore where she worked, and for reasons she couldn't explain, she looked back. So did he. It became a pattern. Every morning he was there. Same bench, same notebook. Sometimes he'd nod at her, sometimes she'd smile. Then one day it rained hard and she noticed he wasn't there. She felt his absence more than she expected. The next morning when he returned, she stopped and asked, "What do you draw?" He looked up, surprised, then smiled. People passing by, light on the water, and sometimes they went for coffee. It felt easy. His name was Elliot. He was quiet, thoughtful, a freelance illustrator who worked odd hours and loved old jazz records. Clara, by contrast, was talkative, full of nervous energy and warmth. They balanced each other beautifully. What followed wasn't a whirlwind, it was a slow bloom. Long walks, shared meals, Sunday mornings spent reading in bed, her head on his chest, his fingers tracing circles on her back. The bench became their spot. They sat there every month in every season, on cold mornings with scarves and steaming coffee, in summer light with their knees touching. It was where he first told her he loved her, and where she whispered it back with tears in her eyes. But time has its own plans. Elliot started forgetting small things, names, appointments, then faces. The diagnosis came, early onset Alzheimer's. He was only 39. At first he fought it, routines, medication, therapy. Clara was by his side every step. But slowly, the man she knew began to fade. The drawing stopped. His words became few. Some days he didn't recognize her. And then came the morning when he sat on the bench and looked at her with gentle eyes and said, "I'm sorry, have we met?" Clara smiled, though her chest was breaking. "Yes," she whispered. "We meet here often. You always draw, I bring the coffee." He looked at her for a long moment, then turned back to the river. "It's a nice place," he said. "It is," she replied softly, holding his hand. "You picked it." That was the last time they sat there together. Elliot passed away quietly 6 months later, surrounded by family. But even then, Clara held his hand, whispering all the stories he had forgotten, all the love he had given. Now, years later, she still visits the bench. She brings 2 coffees. She watches the water and sometimes talks to the air beside her. And every so often, she swears she can feel a sketchbook opening, a pencil scratching, and someone gently watching her with love in his eyes. The end.